So I've seen it before. I'm speaking of Jay-Z's interview with Dean. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend everyone to see it. You will learn something. If you're the type of person to learn from others, this is a great video to see. The first time I saw it, I was like, wow. But then sometimes we have to come back around to it for something to really soak in. And so I watched it again this morning, and I realized something. I realized a lot of things. One of them is I'm a lot like him when it comes to wanting to share my entire life through something I'm good at. All right. For him, it's music. For me, it's these videos and writing. I love sharing every aspect of my life. Now, there is a certain part that he was mature enough to realize that I wasn't. And I'm actually remembering it now that he said it. Is that they were like, you're such an open book. What if any was off the books, like that we may not know about yet? And he's like, anything that has to do with another person, if it's a shared truth, meaning it doesn't have to just do with me, there's another person involved, so you have to check and see if they're ready to put that out. And that was something that I overlooked when I was 20 and just starting out as a vlogger and a blogger. And I put a lot of people out there. Now, the people who did crimes like rape, I didn't put their name. I didn't need that problem. You know, like I'm not out to get you. God's gonna deal with you. So I didn't put their name, but I put all the details out. But I did put my family out there. I did put names in that case. Those blogs are all deleted now. Though they were deleted about 1.5 years ago. They were deleted about 1.5 years ago. But I guess I wasn't mature enough to realize that when there's somebody else involved, you got to consider that person. It can't just be you. Like, what if they're not ready? I didn't ask myself that. I think all I was thinking at that time was so much shit was pent up and going on, and so much had happened that it just seemed like it was under wraps for so long that I couldn't take it anymore, because it was going against my nature of being open and needing things to be out there. So I, like a volcano, erupted into 300 blogs where I exposed everything. And so that was one thing. The other thing it made me think about in my own way, they also brought up how I didn't know this, you guys, but when Obama was elected president for the 8 years he ran, why did people think that it was his responsibility to eradicate racism? I don't know. That's one man versus millions of people and 43 presidents who have put that in place over decades. And you want one person to play hero? You guys watch too many movies. So my thoughts was, it goes to show the level of intelligence that America has right now, the American people. And it's not very high. Because I don't say it in a degrading way. I say it in a way to say, take responsibility. If you want to end that, if you're one of those several people who want that ended, then make that effort yourself. And it does start in small ways. In your community. Don't look down on each other. Treat everybody equally, regardless of race, color, creed. It starts there. It doesn't start with a president. You know, he's not Marvel. But we can all be that. We can all be that. Stop teaching your children to treat people differently. It starts in the home. It starts with you. If there's a hurt in you, then you need to heal that before you teach your kids how to hate other people. That's where it starts. It doesn't start in the government. I feel like the people have more power. We are bigger in numbers. And if we spread that kind of love, it will eradicate itself. It will. Another thing I like is you hear his music from start to finish. From, not finish, because he's not done. He's still an artist today. You hear from when he first started his mixtape, back when he was still in the beginning stages of his mentality and his consciousness. You can hear the evolving of a person throughout his music. If you listen to the interview that he did with Dean, and then listen to his first mixtape or his first album, you're going to hear two totally different people. Now I say that to say this. That doesn't just apply to him. That applies to all of us, each individually. Our evolve depends on us. And you can share your evolve through whatever you're good at. But it really depends on us. He didn't wait for somebody somewhere to tell him how to evolve. He took the experiences that he had and applied them and shared them. And I don't want to hear, I get that because I'm also relatively talking about him. I'm going to hear from judgmental people that he made this and that mistake and he did this in his relationship and that and the third. Because that's how people are. Well, let me tell you ahead of time, it doesn't matter. Don't look at what the next person did to cover up how you feel about what you're doing in your life. Just own what you're doing. Own who you are. See if there's any changes you can apply to yourself and learn. Because no matter what we've done that the next person doesn't agree with, or somebody wants to label everything right or wrong, we all have something to learn from one another. No matter what we've done. And guys, you guys really got to get over that. Because there is no perfect person. That's what makes us all perfect as a whole. Because you fuck up, I fuck up, then I can tell you about my fuck up. And you could tell me about your fuck up. And we can learn. And we can grow and evolve. That's the point. If we were all perfect, what is there to learn? There would be no learning. There would be no blooming. There wouldn't be that. Everything that we all praise, like growth and strength. There would be no strength if there's no pressure, if there's no falling, no hard times. There would be none. No growth at all. We would all be the exact same. And quite frankly, like, that would suck. There's no excitement in getting better, improving, evolving, going towards something greater than yourself. And like he said about him sharing his whole life and it being who he is. It's not just what he does, it's who he is. And then he feels like that it may be a karmic debt for whatever reason. I feel the same way. I really do. I don't fully understand the reason why I do this. I just know it's who I am. I don't fully understand it though. I don't know where this is going. I don't know why I do it, but I know that I do it. I know that I only know from the responses that it helps people. But when I'm doing it, I don't know that. I do it not just because I wanna, it's just because it's just who I am. And for me, this is my art. Catching candid on video to the world my current state of consciousness, mentality, and thoughts. And putting it in writing. I've been writing since forever. Since way before there was these phones and all this stuff. You know, just be who you are. Don't blame other people for problems that are going on as if they're supposed to be some kind of superhero for you. Let's just take responsibility for what you do. And if you want to see change, then you got to be it first before you say anything to anyone.